Welcome to Death and Aliens, an in-depth look at horror and sci-fi TV from two friends who vaguely know what they're doing. I'm MK.
And I'm Courtney.
And Courtney, how are you today?
I am not well. I'm not well. I am sickly, and I'm just really trying to pretend like I'm not because it's my birthday week, and I will not be sick on my birthday. Um, Even if I am, I will not be. So, um, I'm wondering if there's like people have planned stuff. So like I have plans tomorrow. I sound like this, which is good. Good news.
Yeah.
And then I did not go to work today because I died. I slept most of today. I'm coughing every 3 seconds. Um, I texted Mary Kate and I was like, "What time are you wanting to record?" And she was like, "Oh, I have all this stuff left to do." And I was like, "Great. Can I nap and take my notes still?" She was like, "Yes." I
Um,
was like,
which is great
"Excellent." So
because what
I,
I didn't tell you was when you texted me, I napped and then watched all the
mm,
episodes. So like I was
amazing.
like I was like
So we
I
can
was
make
like,
it
girl,
work.
I have at least 5 hours left of before I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I when I texted you, I set a 2 hour timer and I was like, this is my nap time. And I
Mhm.
woke up twice during that nap and said no and went back to sleep.
The
Um,
only reason I'm functioning right now is because I don't have to work tomorrow.
well, I do. And then I have plans after work. And then I work Wednesday. And then I have plans after work. And then Thursday's baby day. And then Friday is babysitting day. Babysitting baby day. Um, and then Saturday is also probably birthday. And then Sunday's football. Um, but we're going to my Italian place that I like over here uh for my birthday, which is nice. We're all like just barely making it.
Yeah.
And Rachel's like, "Do you want to invite anyone?" And I was like, "I don't know." She's like, "It can just be the four of us." I was like, "I
Okay.
don't know."
I don't know.
It's like, "I'm so tired."
I know nothing. Yeah, no,
But she'll also say she's been off. Like she's been going in on Thursdays, Fridays lately, which is really annoying because I go in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We should have days together at work where
right.
our like for our lunch dates. But she's working Wednesday morning instead of Wednesday afternoon. And I'm wondering if it's like birthday related.
Mm,
Um, I do know she has some clients because I have access to her schedule. So you know she does have work that morning too.
yeah.
But I'm wondering if it's scheduled for morning for reasons.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, I just got back from a cruise, so like my cruise, I'll talk about it in another episode probably. But like it was really fun, but I have gathered some sickness that is making me want to die.
yeah,
Um,
no. I have been living in a constant state of ill, which is so much
yeah.
fun. But because of that, I canceled most of my plans for this weekend because I couldn't finally like fucking talk to people. I was like,
Mhm.
I was like, I can't even look in your face right now. How am I supposed to like hang
I
out
don't
with
even
you?
want to look at you.
Right. And it was
Don't make
like,
that contact.
right, it was like Dan's family. So it wasn't even like
Yeah.
people I dislike. It was just like if I have to talk to someone today, I will kill myself.
Right. Yeah.
But tomorrow I have no work and nothing planned. Big fat nothing on my calendar,
Amazing.
which I'm so happy.
I'm so
Wednesday,
jealous.
I obviously work, and then I'm going to see Wicked. Um,
I love
the
Wicked.
show, not the movie.
Right. The movie's not even out till
No,
Thanksgiving or
till
Christmas. Like,
yeah, it comes out like 2 weeks.
I couldn't remember what holiday
It
it
comes
was
out like
connected
no, it
to.
comes out the 21st, so the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's our
um,
Friendsgiving.
which
Well, the
I'll be
22nd.
honest, that means that I now have 2 weeks to see the first one. I've still never
It's really good. You should watch it. I
I've
watched it with
still
my mom. I really like
I
it.
I just I read the book.
Me too.
So I my progression of Wicked was I listened to the soundtrack.
Hmm.
I read the book. I saw the musical.
Hmm.
Because I had already listened to the soundtrack before I saw like read the book, I knew that they were not the same. Um,
Mm.
but I also, I'll be honest, I was 12 when I read the book.
Yeah, I think I was 15.
Incorrect time to read that book. Just a warning. I think we've
Okay.
talked about this on the podcast
Yeah.
before. I was talking to my friend about the things that are in the book that I should not have been allowed to read as a child, and Dan was
Mhm.
like listening to me and Alexis talk and was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "We are like, yeah, no, that's what the book's about." And he was like, I don't understand." I was like, just the book and the musical don't exist in the same world at all. And I'm not a big fan of, I'm often a really not a fan of movie musicals, especially when they add songs and characters.
I get annoyed sometimes with that too. Yeah. They
And
only
when,
added, I think they only added one in the movie.
yeah, but they're
One
adding
song.
two for the second. So it's
Oh, I see, I
three, so
see.
it's total three new
Three total,
songs.
yeah.
But also, I'm not really a fan of splitting movies. This whole like thing where everything has to be two parts.
Yeah, me and Nick were talking about that yesterday. And he's like, when is this gonna get? And I was like, I don't know, dude.
So like I'm just, but and everyone who was like super obsessed with it, like
Mhm.
was all a lot of it felt very much like people didn't understand.
Performative.
Like it felt very performative and
It
it
was a
felt
pop
like
culture movement, not a,
yeah,
yeah.
not a theater movement. And so like
Yeah.
it turned me off from it. I do eventually want to watch it, like, but I don't know. I kind of just like I can't the hype stresses me out and it feels very pop culture, not theater, and I don't like
Yeah.
that.
That's why I didn't read Twilight until college.
Which is totally fair. So I started reading the Twilight books before the movies came out. So
Yeah.
like I was already invested in the
Hmm.
universe when the movies came out, so that's why I was so easily hooked into the movies.
Yeah.
Um, but
I read them because my mom read them and said, I want to go see the movies. And I said, okay, I'll read the books.
right. Um, but I don't know, but so I'm seeing Wicked on Wednesday for your birthday, obviously.
I'm not.
I know.
I'm going to
Um,
Fratelli's, which is very delicious and will be fun, but it's not theater. I don't even know what show's playing right now. I don't even know what day it is.
yeah.
I know it's Monday because I'm with you.
And then,
So
yeah, and then Friday morning, I have a doctor's appointment, so I don't have to go into work in the morning. So, like, I do have 2 days where I get to sleep in. And
that's the
that's,
dream.
it's the only, yeah, it's the only way I do.
I will get to sleep in, I guess, on Friday because if I'm not babysitting until that night. Rachel and Nick have a wedding. Potentially they can't remember if they're supposed to go.
Good, 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 good.
So
Yeah, but, but yeah, so I'm just struggling every day, just trying to
yeah,
get through.
same. I thought I was at a turning point. I finished everything. I did it. I
Yeah,
went on a cruise. I came back. I paid rent. Um, I thought I did it. I was there. The next thing I have to worry about is what I'm cooking for Friendsgiving, and that I can decide the day before.
right,
I mean, theoretically, they would love if I gave them information prior to that, but I
right.
don't know that I've given them, like, I don't know that I've told them what I'm bringing to an event before the day of the event. Like, usually that morning, I'm like, I'm bringing this today. So,
The crazy thing is, event I was supposed to go to on Saturday, I had already picked out what I was making and told them, and
oh,
then said, actually, just kidding, I'm not
bummer.
coming.
That's such a bummer. See,
Um,
and that's another thing. Like, why,
well,
why plan so far in advance? You may not show up.
destroyed my life. I'm still stressed about it.
It's okay.
It's okay. I don't. Um, one of my principals invited me to a meeting in June,
Oh,
like on the
practically
calendar,
you're my
like
not
sent a.
Mr. Bond.
Oh, one of my principals sent a calendar invite for a meeting for June 9th. And I looked at it and I said, the fuck?
Do they know
I'm like,
how far away that is?
right. I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to answer questions about what's happening on January 9th.
No. I don't
No.
want to answer what's happening on December 9th.
I was gonna say November 9th, but that was yesterday,
That I
so
almost said that and looked at my dates at the same time. Yeah, because today's Noel's
I mean
birthday.
to be fair, they sent me this email like a week and a half ago. So like I could have said
Still,
November 9th when I got the email, but
yeah.
unfortunately
No, our friend's kid's birthday is like, I think it's like December 3rd, but they're not doing it until December 20th. They've already sent out Facebook invites, and I didn't respond. I saw him at the wedding, and I was like, when is Blakely's birthday? And he was like, here, and I was like, okay, I'll probably be there. He was like, I'm not responding. I don't even know what I'm doing. November 20th, and that's so much closer.
yeah, no, I don't. I know.
So, no, absolutely not.
Um,
I'm really bad at planning real far. Like 2 weeks. I need you to give me 2 weeks notice, but I also can't plan more than 2 weeks ahead. Like it is a real thin line
no,
right now where I'm
I
at.
currently in my state, I can't plan 2 hours in advance.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's
In real
fair.
life, I would like to know like a solid month ahead of time what's going on because I need to plan my months because I basically
Yeah.
plan everything like a month at a time. Like if it's the
See,
last
that
week of,
was me.
yeah, if it's the last week of October, I need to know everything that I'm supposed to do in November and you can't add anything after that. Like once November 1st starts, please don't add anything else to my November calendar. I can't do it. That's
Which is much, much more reasonable for like holiday. Like I've pretty much gotten the rest of my year planned out
yeah.
against my will. Because it's holidays. I mean, it's my
Yeah.
birthday and then it's Friendsgiving and then I go home and like there's just like it's all I'm not going home that Wednesday by the way, so we're fine on Monday.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh wait,
I
we're not even recording that week, are
yeah,
we?
we are because we changed our schedule because we were
Okay.
sick or whatever. I don't know.
Always,
Life
every
is
day.
stupid. Which I might have to change anyway because I might have fucking auditions for the stupid musical that day. So who knows?
Sure. We'll figure it out.
It's gonna be great. Um, but yeah, so since we are quite literally falling apart at the seams, do you have any magical words to make this day better?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do believe I've said this one before, but I'm saying it again. So
Perfect.
only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. T.S. Eliot.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you. I tried very
Which
hard.
just I don't want to go too far off on a tangent. It just reminds me that the Jellicle Ball is coming to New York, the
The
Broadway
what?
Cats, the Jellicle Ball.
Jellicle. I heard Jellicoe and I was like, I don't know what that is.
No, do you know
Yeah.
anything about this? It's
No.
like a version of Cats that's based on like 90s club like fashion house like gay houses and like
Hmm.
balls, um like actual balls and
In more ways
everything.
than one.
What?
What? I said it in more ways
Oh,
than one.
yeah, no, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the House of Paris, Balenciaga, Paris
Right.
is
Yeah,
burning,
yeah,
blah blah
yeah.
blah, that level.
Sure.
And one of my friends
Sure.
is in it.
Oh, that's so fun. In the city?
Yeah. Oh,
Are you gonna go?
no.
Oh.
Listen, I love Edney. I love Edney. I would love to go. We're not that close. But
Mhm.
also, currently Tom Felton is on Broadway in Cursed
I
Child.
know.
And Alex Winters and Keanu Reeves are in Waiting for Godot.
I know. I saw that. I'm
And
beside myself.
I literally was texting my friend Rachel because she went to see Waiting for Godot this weekend. And I was like between Bill and Ted in Godot and and Tom Felton reprising his role as Draco in Cursed Child, I have
I
never
know.
in my entire life hated being outside of the city more than I
Yeah.
do in this moment.
Yeah. Noelle texted me the first day I left for my cruise, so I couldn't respond. In this weird situation where I was getting messages after I turned on airplane mode, but I couldn't
Mm.
open them or respond to them. They just were there.
Oh,
It
that's weird.
was nothing more annoying has ever happened in my whole life. Because then I just have a notification I can't clear. Or
Yeah.
I can pay $20 a day to clear it. Now I'm close some days. Um, and she was telling me, she was like, I need you to come back home. She's like, I need to go to shows and you have
Yeah.
left me.
Yeah.
And I was like, find me a job. She said, can I find you a home instead? It's like, I do have to buy like groceries and stuff.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but
But
yeah,
so,
I'm
unfortunately,
so
I do
jealous.
not live in the city and I do not have the time or money to travel at the moment.
Same, same,
Um,
bro.
but instead, we're going to talk about something much more pleasant. Just kidding. This episode is tragic. Um,
I was about to say, I was like, I know I told you that my brain has not worked today, and so I'm making crazy things about these episodes, but I do not think it was pleasant.
it was not. No, no, no.
That's
We're talking
not
about
my guy.
Stargate Atlantis, season one, episode 11, The Eye, which is our second part of our mid-season cliffhanger.
Oh man.
It premiered on January 21st, 2005. Um, and it was rated 8.4 stars.
Hmm.
The number one,
That was a little high. I mean, it wasn't a terrible episode, but a little
yeah,
high.
yeah, a little.
Yeah.
The book is, for the love of God, the book is still the Da Vinci Code, just in case anyone was wondering. We're now like 2 years straight of just that book.
Yeah.
The number one song though was "Let Me Love You" by Mario. And the number one movie was Are We There Yet?
That's the one with a ice tea,
No, Ice Cube.
ice cube.
Yeah.
I do know them apart
Yeah.
when I see their face usually,
Right.
but
No.
I never remember which ones in which they.
There is a campaign in Belgium that I don't understand, but I took pictures of it while I was in Belgium over the summer because there are just billboards everywhere with pictures of iced tea holding a bottle of Lipton tea. That's and I was like,
That's my favorite.
yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
that's the best.
our news for the day was there's just a lot of war news in a lot of different places. Everything's awful. But the only one that I really wrote about as not about war because it was just so random. Didn't understand why it was on. It was like lists of things like that were happening with Hamas and lists of things that were happening in Central Africa and lists of things that were happening in Europe and then like in like Russia and then it was like Romanians could pay electric bills via SMS starting on this day. I was like,
They can play what? Say that again, that last one.
people in Romania began to pay their electric bill via SMS text messaging.
Okay, that's what I heard. I
Yeah. So
I don't understand.
correct me either. Um,
Okay, okay.
in the midst of like global wars and everyone and their mother like bombing each other in Romania, we got text message bill pay.
That's so
Uh,
strange. I would like that, to be fair. I would like a text message, but except there's so many scams that
yeah.
everybody would just take my money.
Yeah, but were people really scamming via text message in 2005?
But no, people didn't. They had to pay 9 cents per text. They weren't scamming you in
I know.
2005.
Right. Um, so this episode was directed by Martin Wood, written by Martin Jarrow, and edited by Jeremy Presner, so nothing new. And our guest star, I was really hoping that this would finally be the time we talked about Zelenka, but then he's not even in this episode, so that is fun. Talking about Ryan Robbins, who played Layden Radium, who was the guy who was working with Sora. And
Did you say their name is Leighton Radio?
yes, his character's name is Layden
Oh,
Radium. Yeah.
that is top
We
notch.
only ever heard his first name in the episode, but according to the credits, his name is Layden Radium.
Perfect. I love it.
He is known for Sanctuary, Apollo 18, and Spectral. He also had a major role in Riverdale, which I never watched, so I didn't really
I
know.
did watch
Um,
the first few seasons and then random episodes that we had music in.
he
Um,
played a character named Frank Andrews.
yeah, yeah. I think,
Okay.
yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, of course, he looks different. This is 20 years later.
Yes.
Um, yeah, he's Archie's uncle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, so obviously he looks different in this because he was 20 years younger, but
Yeah,
he was born in Victoria, British Columbia. He's married and has one child, and that is about all that I could or cared to find about him.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Excuse me. So we are in the middle of a two-part episode. So we start this episode with back exactly where we left off last week with Kolya trying to decide if he's going to kill Weir,
Great. There,
straight
yeah.
gun in her face, and Shepperd is begging in the pouring rain, screaming on his radio not to kill her. Um, this episode and the way John acts in this episode is very confusing to me. Not really. I think it makes sense, but what's confusing to me is that Joe Flanagan
Hmm.
doesn't understand why people ship him with Weir. He's like, I don't understand.
I don't understand why.
He was like, I don't understand why people would even ship those characters. And I'm like, you literally, do you see the scene of you crying in the rain about her dying? And you're gonna tell me you don't
Right.
understand why anyone would ship you?
Oh boy. Oh
So,
boy.
um, so dumb. I was like, all right, Joe. But So, McKay jumps in between Kolya and Weir and convinces Kolya that they need both of them in order to actually save Atlantis because there are codes that only Weir has as the base commander that he, even if he fixes everything, he won't be able to activate it.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, he needs to fix the grounding station. Weir needs to unlock everything, so he needs both of them. Um, but uh he does in fact um he does in fact then tell Shepperd that he killed Weir anyway and says if you don't do what I need you to do, you're joining her. And Shepherd's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, he's not real thrilled.
No, oh, you know what? I guess his name is actually Landon Radim, not Radium.
Oh,
That's
that's
really,
lame.
it is lame. I like Radium.
Raid
I'm
Me
gonna
too.
call him Radium anyway.
Perfect.
Um, so Landon manages to activate the city's biological sensors. So this does prove that the Genii do potentially have people with uh ancient gene in them. Congratulations, Kolya. You were not entirely wrong. But um he's running Stargate operations now and he sends some soldiers to track Shepperd because he is sees him walking through the hallways and tracks him on the radio or on the computer. That's the word I'm looking for. I was like, the fuck do they call that thing where you look at things that are happening?
We are gonna make it through today.
This is the first of 3 episodes we're recording, so
I
just
know.
wait.
It's
Then
okay.
on land, Carson and Taylor and Aiden have the 3 kids, like, and they're on the puddle jumper. Then and everything is going crazy. Um, and everything's getting really bad. A tree's collapsing. They're trying to change the weight of the puddle jumper by like messing with the inertial dampeners to make sure that they don't like blow away. And they're like, how long until the storm passes? Beckett's like, this should be about the halfway point. And then all of a sudden, the rain stops. And
Yeah,
this is
just
where
so.
my husband goes, guys, that's why it's called the eye.
Bless his heart. Bless. We love Dan. We
We
love his
love
heart.
him. He's so sweet.
He's so sweet.
Um, so then we're back at Atlantis. Shepperd is looking around the hallway using his tracker as well to find signals. He's got on his life sign detector, and as the Genii approach him, he deploys smoke grenades to distract them and get away through the base. Um, and Kolya takes McKay and Weir to the damaged grounding station, and McKay starts working on the fiber optic wires that have been severed and tells Kolya not to worry that the damage is not actually as bad as it looks, and he should be able to bypass the switching station, and it'll take him probably 20 minutes. Kolya is thrilled. 20 minutes? Good. We got this.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Back on the mainland, Beckett and Ford agree that since they are in the eye of the storm, which is at its dead center, they have the opportunity to fly the puddle jumper straight up the hole of the eye above the storm and escape, which seems like dubious science, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, um, Beckett agrees with me that this is not gonna work out and that the landing back at Atlantis will not be a good time. And Ford is like, no, the worst parts of the storm haven't hit Atlantis yet. If we don't go back now, we'll never get back. And Shepperd needs our help.
Oh.
Um, Beckett tries to get Taylor to agree with him. She doesn't. She agrees with Ford, and he is um,
Sure.
unfortunately outnumbered. Shepperd has now hidden and is prepping to shoot all the Janai soldiers that have been following him around. And uh, the Landon or Layden is using the biological sensors to like track Shepperd, and he sends the Janai there, but because of the smoke, they can't see him, and um, the soldiers don't see him, and he takes them out. Um, because you pissed him off, and he's
Yeah.
smarter than you.
This scene feels very like Mass Effect. I haven't played it, but my friend in college played it, so I watched her play all the time.
Yeah.
But where like, and the guy's name is Shepherd in the
Oh,
game.
perfect.
It's I think it's Captain Shepherd. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's the one like he goes through, everybody keeps dying, so he just like rampages through and kills everyone, and that was
Yeah.
what I expected Shepherd to do here.
Yeah.
Was just like rampage through, and so that's what I was thinking the whole time I was watching this.
Yeah, but he's also a little bit stealthy.
Right, right,
Um,
right. I mean, technically, it's your character in Mass Effect that you're playing,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
depends on how stealthy you are, or whether or not he's stealthy.
Which I am not a stealthy video game player. Dan gets very, very angry when like he watches me play games that he's already beat because he's very much like
Mm,
he will power up his stealth to like the best thing, and like he will like I know you haven't finished it, but you played some of the Hogwarts Legacy, right?
yeah, yeah. I played like probably like 30% of it, probably 40%.
Anytime that he like goes into a fight,
Yeah.
he will like disillusion himself and like sneak up behind things and
Oh yeah,
pretend
yeah.
he's
I'm really
Total's
bad
them.
at that
Like,
in that game.
and
Yeah.
I'll just walk into the middle of a goblin camp and start shooting. And it's like, what? Why? And I was like, I'm gonna kill them all anyway. Like, why does it matter if I do it sneaky? And he's just like,
I'm playing this new game on Switch, and you have to like I can't remember what it's called. I just started it last week or before. But it's a spin-off of God bless. I can't remember. It's supposed to be like a Disney villain spin-off or something, but it's not Disney related. And she is going through this basement, and you're supposed to hide in like cupboards and stuff whenever the like crazy person comes through that's trying to kill you and cook you. And she can also turn into a bunny now. And so instead
"Hmm,
of hiding like I'm supposed to, I'll just turn into a bunny and just like jump like chaotically through everything until I find a crack I can like slip in. And so good thing they don't like making this person mad doesn't deem you as only if they catch you.
perfect.
Because I just piss them off all the time.
Yeah, yeah, sounds like my plan.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so Sora tells Cleo over the radio, that uh Shepherd just keeps killing people, and he tells her to get everybody to fall back to the gate room. While Kolya is distracted by the radio, Weir and like explains to McKay that they have to make an excuse to stall the repairs because once the repairs are completed and the shields are raised, they won't be useful anymore. So they have to like keep making it take as long as they possibly can so that Shepherd can take out as many of the Janai as possible. Um,
Yeah.
And so then Sora tells Cohen to send in reinforcements. And when Kolya tells McKay and Weir that if you're hoping that Major Shepherd can diminish our numbers, you are mistaken because he's bringing more people in. Um,
Yeah.
then we get some more scenes of Shepherd just wandering all over the city to make his next move and figure it out. Meanwhile, Jumper 2 descends down to Atlantis and Ford um oh, and they are fighting over the landing because Ford thinks it's too steep and he thinks that Beckett didn't fix the inertial dampeners and Beckett is like, shut the fuck up. So
Yeah.
um Shepherd arrives at a room containing one of the Naquita generators and he takes out the control switch, which disables the power into the Stargate operations, as well as all of the biological sensors, so Layden can no longer track Shepherd. Um, Layden and Sora tell Kolya what's going on, and Sora's like, we'll go out to find him. Um, and Kolya's like, don't do that. Like, wait for the reinforcements to come. He's gonna keep taking people out if you keep sending small groups after him. Just wait. Um, so uh while they're fighting about what to do about Shepperd, Weir and McKay are still making a plan. McKay says that Weir has to do all of the talking because he is a terrible bluffer. He cannot lie.
Yeah, oh, really? Color me shocked.
Right. However, they do both convince Kolya that they have hit a small snag and that they do need another hour. But then the power goes out in this section because Shepperd has deactivated another Naquita generator. And without the power, they can't repair the grounding station at all. So McKay warns Kolya that even with one operational grounding station, not enough power from the lightning will charge the shield generator. Um, so Kolya and Sora talk about it, and she tells Kolya to have the soldiers repair all the generators and guard the remaining active ones. So at least Shepperd can't turn anything else off, and he finally agrees to let her have people do that. Um, Back at Ford and Tayla finally get the jumper landed, and they're on base now. Um, Ford gives Beckett a gun and is like, you know how you're not military and you don't want to take orders? He said, yeah. He said, that fucking changes today.
You better learn quick. Learn
Yeah.
quick, friend.
Um, Beckett wants to try to contact Shepperd, but Ford is like, no, the Janai would be monitoring communications. It wouldn't make any sense. So they use their own life signs detectors to try to find Shepperd, but they can't really tell who's who because it's just life signs. So, and Beckett's like, how are we supposed to know which one is which? And Ford, this is my favorite, he says, he'll be the dot that's getting rid of the other dots.
Correct. Correct.
Um, yeah. The Janai reinforcements arrive, but don't worry, Shepperd managed to turn the iris, which it's not called the iris in this version of the show, it's just a shield, but it's an iris. Turned the iris on and killed 55 of the 60 Janai soldiers.
Yo,
Oops.
look, they started it.
Uh, the storm keeps getting worse. The Janai reinforcements are trying to come in, but Layden, or when Shepperd does all that, he knocks Layden unconscious and activates blah blah blah. I just said that. He killed everybody. Sorry, my notes are
Yada yada
big.
yada. Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Sora comes back and is like devastated at the fact that all of the reinforcements are dead. And they try to shoot Shepperd, but he runs away and shoots back and kills another soldier. Um,
Fuck.
and then Sora can't deactivate the shield or stop the Janai from continuing to send more soldiers, so everything just keeps getting worse. And Shepperd used his own personal command code, which no one else knows, including Weir and uh, Rodney. Like they can't turn it off
Yeah.
because everybody has their own command code.
Look, they should have told him the love of his life was dead. I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
This was all on him.
Yeah. Um, Kolya immediately tries to kill McKay because he's pissed off. And McKay's like, hey, remember how you need me? Like, um, so then he starts to calm down, but then he hears from Sora that only 5 of the 60 have made it, and his best friend's son was one of those 55 who did not. Um, and the soonest they can get reinforcements will be another hour, but based on the storm, that is too late. So Kolya radios Shepperd again to try to take this up a notch. And Beckett, Ford, and Tayla can hear this conversation on the comms. So now they're trying to figure out where everybody is. Um, Collier tells Shepperd that his plan is flawed and um that by sabotaging the invasion, he will um if everything he does continues to sabotage the invasion, then McKay and Weir will become obsolete and he'll have to kill them. However, Shepperd is like, oh, I'm sorry, wait, Weir's not dead. So and Kolya's like, no, yeah, sorry, I lied a little bit. But if we don't get the power back on in the next 10 minutes, I'll kill her for real this time. And then he's like, and then another 10 minutes after that, I'll kill McKay. And then
Well,
we're gonna
you don't
take
care if you kill McKay.
right, and he's like, and then once McKay and we are both dead, we're gonna take everything of any value out of the city and leave and let it get destroyed. So Shepperd does what any love-struck man would do, and he
Sure.
immediately goes to turn the power back on.
Hmm. Of
Uh,
course, of
um,
course.
of course. Beckett and Ford and Taylor are going to the armory to get more ammunition, and Ford picks up a Wraith stunner rifle because he's like, I'm gonna shoot literally everyone I see, and if it's a Shepherd, if it's the major, I'm gonna hope I shoot with a stunner, not a gun.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Um, and they're going to try to find which grounding station is responsible for the or which Nakoda generator is responsible for the grounding station so that they can help Shepperd get the power back on. Um, Shepperd goes to the Nakoda generator. He's about to reactivate it, but some of the Janai who Sora sent try to stop him, and they tell Sora that he's there. And she apparently is completely unaware of Kolya's ultimatum. She's trying to stop Shepperd from turning anything back on. And meanwhile, the rest of the team gets to the wrong Nakoda generator, so it doesn't matter. And they only have 2 minutes left until Kolya is going to kill Weir. So they go to find another Nakoda generator. Shepperd tries to fight with the Janai. Um, and as they're fighting, Ford appears, stuns the Jedi. Shepperd gets the control switch back on. Power to the grounding station was restored. McKay and Weir get back to work. But then Sora arrives in the generator room and hears Taylor's voice. So she decides to stop literally everything else she was doing to save her people and this facility and get her revenge for her
Yeah,
father.
yeah.
Um,
Where did you tell me I know her from again? I'm sorry,
shit.
I
No, I
the whole time I was like, I remember that I like really know her from something, and I can't remember what it was.
Um, she is played by Erin Chambers. Um,
Was it Disney? Was it something Disney?
maybe. I mean,
Mhm.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The thing that we know her the most from is she's the teenager and Don't Look Under the Bed.
Oh, right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Um, So McKay fixes the control panel, successfully separates the grounding rods. So we're all okay there, but now they have to go back to the control room so that they can like do the computer part to create the thing that's going to collect the electricity from the grounding rods, basically. Um, and they need this is where they need Weir's command codes. Even though Shepperd deactivated the Nakoda generator to the control room, primary systems are still operable. So Rodney's gonna do it anyway. And Kolya is fighting him. And he's like, you're not gonna be able to do it. And Rodney's like, dude, primary systems. The shield is a primary system. Like, calm down.
Yeah,
um, all the Janai are, but he says, but the problem is all the Janai are gonna have to come to the control room right now because otherwise they're going to die because every hallway is going to fill up with this electricity. The whole base is going to be filled up. Like that's the whole reason we emptied the base anyway. Like we didn't just evacuate because we were scared of the rain. We were evacuated because we were about to like turn the entire fucking base into a lightning rod. Um Um, and then Shepperd tells the rest of the team like what McKay's plan is and tries to get everybody back into the base. Um, Kolya radios Sora to try to get everybody to come back to the control room. He hears that she's found Taylor and wants to avenge her father's death. And he's like, "Listen, we can avenge your father's death later. You're gonna die if you don't come back to the control room right now." She doesn't give a shit. Um,
She is like balls to the wall at this point. She's done.
yeah, she's lost any semblance. She is Inigo Montoya. You killed her father. Prepare to die. Like,
Correct.
there's nothing else happening in her head. Um, so Shepperd tells the rest of the team his plan to save the city. Beckett and Taylor are going to uh take the puddle jumper with the Athosian passengers. Oh, they're going to go back to the puddle jumper to be with the Athosian passengers because the jumper base part of Stargate operations, they will still be shielded. But we don't want to scare the like small Athosian like teenagers who are stuck in this fucking puddle jumper.
Yeah.
Um, and send it down to the gate room to distract the Janai with the airplane. Basically, spaceship,
Yeah.
whatever. And Ford and Shepperd will engage them, take back the control room, save McCain Weir, get the shields up, and then take the rest of the day off. Um, he also tells Ford drop the Wraith Stunner because we were using lethal force. Like we are not, no mercy on the Janai at this point. Um, McKay and Weir go back to Stargate operations. They decide that they're going to trick Kolya and get the Janai to get them to evacuate. So Weir intentionally gives McKay the wrong codes as he's doing it. Um, Beckett and Taylor get close to the jumper bay, but Beckett is suddenly ambushed by Sora and knocked out while she orders Taylor to drop her weapon. Taylor's like, why do you want me dead? Like, I don't understand. We've known each other our entire lives. And she's like, you killed my father. And she's like, no, I didn't. Your father almost got all of us killed. And she's like, and he
She was like,
killed
if there
it.
was any way that I could have saved him, I would have. Like
She was like,
he did this.
but she was like, and he killed an innocent person. And like, it was all, everything that happened that went wrong was his fault. And but like if that's how you want to do this, if that's what you want to do, you would just have to know that I literally couldn't have done anything else. Um Ford and Shepperd arrive at their position and very confused because Becca and Taylor should be there by now. Shepperd radios Taylor, does not get a response. They don't know that Sora's found her, so they're not sure what's going on there, but Taylor and Sora start fighting. Even though Taylor is like, this is not gonna go well for you.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Um, As everything is going to shit, Layden detects that a tidal wave is approaching the West Pier, and they're about to get taken out. McKay is almost finished with the program. However, the shields fail to engage, and McKay's like, the city's power conduits can't handle that large of an amount of raw power. It must be not working. Kolya is like, I thought you said this was going to work. You promised me this would be fine. And then Rodney McKay says, one of my favorite lines of all time. And he says, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm an extremely arrogant man who tends to think all of his plans will work.
Look, I get it. I get it, Rodney. You and me both, bud.
Right. Kolya punches him and calls him an idiot.
Yeah,
Uh,
fair.
Weir is like, hey, the reason we evacuated the city in the first place is we didn't know if this was gonna work. This was all a fucking guess.
Yeah.
And so she's like, you have two options, evacuate and survive or go down with the city. Like, that's where we're at. And Kolya is like, okay, well, as much as I don't want you guys to have the city, I also don't want to die. Like, it's not fucking worth it.
Yeah.
So they decide to evacuate. But he's like, but I'm gonna take you guys with me, and you guys will be slave to the Janai as payment for what you've done. What? Like what?
Yeah.
Oh, I know why there's fucking weird random shit in my notes. there were pictures mixed in with the notes, and
Oh
they
yeah.
had captions on them, and I didn't delete the captions when I deleted the pictures. So I was like, why the fuck are there random sentences like in the wrong place?
Unrelated, yeah.
Unrelated. That's why. The Janai activate the Stargate. They start to evacuate with supplies that they've stolen from the city, but Shepperd decides to change his plan a little bit. He waits till McKay and Weir are downstairs, and then he pops out of nowhere, surprises the Janai, and kills all the soldiers holding McKay. And they start to fire at the others. Layden runs through the Stargate, and Kolya is holding Weir hostage. Shepperd is like, let her go or I'm gonna shoot her. And he's like, why would you? He was like, and risk hurting Dr. Weir? Like that would, because he's got her like in a chokehold, like body shielding him. And Shepperd proves why he is who he is, and he says, I'm not aiming at her. And he manages to shoot just over her shoulder, right into the fucking chest of this guy, uh, barely missing her. And the force of the gunshot throws him back into the Stargate without Weir. Um, McKay returns to the control room, activates the shield, saves Atlantis from the approaching tidal wave that will hit in 2.5 minutes. However, Taylor and Beckett still unaccounted for, so they're trying to wait as long as they possibly can to make sure that they can get back to the control room before the whole city becomes a lightning rod. Um, Taylor wins a fight against Sora, who's exhausted. She holds the third knife to her throat and then says, I'm not going to kill you. Like, this is not what your dad would have wanted. With the Athosians and the Janai were destined to be allies. Like, we need to stop this. She hears Shepperd on the radio, throws Sora's knife into the floor, and walks away. Sora decides to follow her and she helps Beckett get back to the control room. The lightning strikes the city, powers up the shields. Just as the tidal wave is about to approach Atlantis, the trio make it back to the control room. McKay activates the shields, and the shield goes up, saves the city. Um, that was sorry. There's like 8 sentences that say the same thing about electricity and the shield. Um, Everyone was relieved that the plan has worked. Shepperd notices that Taylor's made a new friend and that they're stuck with Sora. Um, After the storm passes over Atlantis, the climates come back to normal. The Atlantis expedition comes back from Minaria. They get all the people back on the mainland. They keep Sora prisoner for the time being. But Weir says that she's thinking of giving her back to the Janai as like a peace offering. Um, McKay reports that the storm flooded parts of the East Pier, but the water is being pumped out and there's very minimal structural damage. Shepperd asks when the next storm's supposed to hit and asks if 20 years in advance is too early to schedule a day off.
Look,
And
I
then,
do hope that that is allowed.
right,
I also would like to schedule a day off in 20 years.
I'd like to schedule a day off every day for the next 20 years, but
Oh, even better. Even better. Let's do it.
um yeah. Yeah, and so that is the end of the episode. Oh, what do you think? Thoughts, theories?
Um, I think that Shepard's crazy for not thinking that he's in love with Weir because obviously. Um, I think that Sora is just a baby angel who is confused and upset, and I feel really bad for her more than I'm mad at her.
Yeah,
Um, because I don't really think it's her fault. I think she was raising these people, and she's sad that her dad is gone, even though he was not acting right. Um,
right.
I hate the main guy still that keeps telling everybody Weir's dead when she's not. I always forget his name.
Colia.
Colia, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know that I had like a ton of like other thoughts. But we'll wrap it up. It was the second part. So like we
Yeah.
did it. I assume we're moving on to a new story now. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Janai, I expect the Janai will come back. They don't
Right.
seem like they're like gone forever.
Right.
Um, But I do wish that they would get it together and realize that like every time they say something against us, we have 10 times more already.
Yeah.
Like every time they're like, we want your one shit. And Shepherd's like, we have 23. And then today they're like, he's like, I killed Beard. He's like, I've killed 55 people. Like, don't call our bluff. We like, that's not a bluff. Shepherd will kill everyone in your vicinity.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't understand why we have such beef with them because it does seem we're way better than them.
Mhm.
But they sure don't stop. So there's that. Um, yeah, I hope Sora like really gets together. I think she could be a good friend of Talia. I don't think she's I don't think she's gonna be like part of the team or anything, but
Right.
I'd like her to be befriended by Talia again because they seem to be friends at one time, and I really don't
Um,
think it's her fault.
it's Taylor.
Oh, I keep calling her Talia. My bad. My bad. There's a game. There's a video game called Talia. Taylor. Yes. 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 Taylor.
Um,
So
no, I think, yeah, you're obviously like, yes, the Janai will come back. They're not like about to become the big bad or anything. They're more annoying
right.
than anything else.
That's what
Uh,
it seems. Yeah.
I will say, the next episode is it's interesting because Atlantis does have like some one-offs and stuff like that, but the thing that I think is easier to appreciate about Atlantis than SG-1 is that even when there's a lot of one-offs, they're almost always semi-related
Yeah.
to the main plot. So like it's the next Atlantis episode is a one-off, but it's still like related to the ancients and the wraith. Like everything always comes back to the
Yeah.
ancients and the wraith. So even though that's like not the next piece of a story that we're already following or like characters that we already know or like a planet that we already know, it's still always connected
Yeah.
to,
I think you told me that in the beginning.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
that it
and
would
I
be that
think
way.
Stargate kind of did that for a while. They really were like
For
like
five minutes.
SG1, no, SG1 really did try to bring everything back sort of to the Goa'uld. Um, and then they went a little crazy. Um, and now who knows?
Yeah.
But like I genuinely like don't even know when the last time we had a Goa'uld episode was.
Um, no, we did recently.
No,
Are you sure?
I'm
I mean, I
trying.
guess it was we tangentially did. It wasn't a straight Garwood episode. But they talked about him, and like, what was
Yeah,
one of the
because
episodes we just had?
yeah, well,
Like
because we had an episode where the um well, we saw some of the Goa'uld stuff tangentially in the last episode when there
with
was
the Jaffa.
with the when the government took over
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
like yeah, and then we had but that so that one was like only tangentially like the Goa'uld
Right.
existed, but they weren't what the episode was about. And then we had uh,
We had the episode with the Jaffa rebels and everybody was dying.
yeah.
That was gold, right? Because we had like
No, because remember it wasn't the Goa'uld who were doing it. They thought it was the
oh, because
Goa'uld who
I
were
just
doing it.
thought that woman was gold and she
Yes, but
wasn't.
it wasn't. It was the government. It was the
Right, right,
government.
right,
And
right,
then the one before that was sort of related to the Goa'uld because it was the Haktel wedding, like the women and the wedding. And so like
right.
tangent like the Goa'uld discovered no, I guess the Goa'uld were in that one because they discovered and then they were holding what's her name prisoner. Um Teal'c's girlfriend, who's not his girlfriend. The blonde chick. Ishta? Ishta.
I That's never a name I'm gonna remember.
That's okay. It is Ishta. But yeah, so I guess there that was one. But it's just like this of season 8, that's the only
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's just all been very tangential. It
it's
hasn't been like,
very yeah, everything gold in season 8 has been
yeah.
very tangential. Um, so well, but so yeah. Sorry, I think my mother-in-law is confused.
Okay.
She just texted me and asked me how things went today.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, she's confused. She thinks
she's
it's
confused.
Friday and it's
She
not.
thinks
It's
it's
Monday.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I was like, what is she talking about? School went great. It was fine. What? Yeah.
It's okay. I
So
was distracted by football. So,
who do you want to punch?
Kolya. I just think he's
Oh
gonna be one
yeah.
of those people that when he's there, I just want to punch him.
That's totally fair. I'm gonna pick Sora because girl, girl.
I know. I know. I just feel so bad for her. I don't want to
I
punch
know
her. I
you
just
do.
want to like save her.
I mean, I want to punch her the same way I want to punch some of my students. Like, it's not that I like hate
Fair.
her. It's just girl. It's just
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who is your MVP?
Shepherd for avenging the death of the love of his life who didn't actually die.
Perfect. I'm
Hmm.
gonna go with Weir because she just like made shit up for the whole episode and saved all
Which
of
is
their
my
asses.
favorite.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. They
Yeah.
did. They covered Captain Phillips. Sinister
Hmm.
covered Captain Phillips for True Crime. I had watched the movie. I'm so like behind the times.
Yeah.
And that's basically what he did.
Yeah.
Was he just made everything up to make sure everybody like kept moving and like
Yeah.
pretended. So that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, that's the best. That's
I
the best
mean,
approach, honestly.
to be honest, my two favorite roles of Leonardo DiCaprio's of all time are Frank Abagnale Jr. in Catch Me If You Can, and Lee or Jay
Slaughterhouse.
and Jay Gatsby in
Oh, I
Great.
thought you liked what is it called?
Oh no,
Shutter Island.
I love Shutter Island. It's my favorite movie, but my favorite roles that he plays are those two,
I see.
and it's because they're just charming men who make shit up and all the time. Like
Correct.
just make shit up
Yeah.
until
I
everything
haven't
blows up in their face.
I haven't seen Great Gatsby, and I saw Catch Me If You Can, what, 30 years ago? But I
I
haven't
love
seen
that
Great
movie.
Gatsby.
I'm reading the book right now with my kids and just reminds me how much I
I read
love it.
it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and Pip. You tell Pip.
that's great
You should read it.
expectations.
You should read it to, oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about classic
That's
books.
not the same book.
I read
Um,
Gatsby like 10 years ago.
fair. Um, my kids are so lame. We
Ugh,
like
I hate that.
we got to the point of the book where you find out that literally everything about Gatsby's life is in it, like entire life is a
Yeah.
lie. Do you know what their reaction was? Crickets.
Ugh,
Nothing.
no. Make them start it over and read it again. Be like, we're gonna start over, read it again, and you have to react correctly, or we're gonna do it again.
Just I was like, guys, he literally made it up his whole life. I was like, he didn't go to Oxford. He was like a clam fisherman. He paid for college by being a janitor.
Mhm.
And they're like, what? They're like, that sucks. And I was like, you guys, you suck. All right,
Yeah, you
well,
tell them.
um, next week on Sunday, we will be on the mid-season premiere of Stargate SG1. So it's SG1 episode 11, which is
That makes sense.
something.
Now that I've watched it, that makes sense that it's the mid-season premiere.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
something.
Hmm.
It is the mid-season premiere. Technically it aired before this one, like an hour before this one, but I didn't want to split
Right.
up the two-parter.
Sure.
So we will watch that next week, and like I said, the week after, our Atlantis episode is going to bring us back to Wraithland. So if you guys have any thoughts, theories, concerns, questions, etc., please feel free to email us at deathandaliens@gmail.com or follow us on all of the social media at Death and Aliens. You can follow me everywhere at EMKAY_superstar,
And you can find me at CE Cloud 13.
and we will see you on Thursday for something.
Which
The Witch, yes, 2016 Anya Taylor-Joy movie, The Witch.
good times. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
can't wait. Bye.
Bye.